Alright, once again, here we are today with another computer that I bought from the thrift store. This right here is a more interesting computer, specifically for its form factor. As you can see, this is a very small computer. And another interesting thing about this computer is that it has one of the best. Another interesting thing about this computer is it has probably the best specs of any computer which I have found at the thrift store for $20. Of course, they've always had like iMacs there for $300, but that was overpriced. This was $20 and has a Core 2 quad processor. So usually you don't even see Core 2 duos, so this is a nice thing to see. And I guess we could go to the back while this computer is still unopened. We could look inside of it for a bit, and you have some interesting ports here. You actually have PS2, USB, a whole lot of USB. You have FireWire, surround sound ports, as well as HDMI and a composite port. So this may have been actually a media center PC, because it doesn't have a graphics card, that's just a fan. And there's another fan over there. Plus, with this form factor, that might say something about its use. And one thing about this computer is you could tell someone was messing with it, because it's not a name brand computer, it just has an Antec case. But it has something interesting I wouldn't even know. This is a CD drive, which is strange because it's a Core 2 quad. That was like, it was like 10 years ago, but it's still relatively recent. This is just a CD drive. DVD drives were mainstream in like 2004. So this has been, I don't think this CD drive went with this computer originally. My imagination is just that the person who built this computer slowly ripped off parts of it when they were building a new computer, and this was just kind of a trash PC made with random junk. Also, as well, when I bought this computer, the hard drive, when I bought this computer, it did not come with a hard drive or RAM. I put some RAM in there. Now it has a gigabyte of DDR2. It has more slots, but it wasn't even, as well as this CD drive wasn't even screwed in. So it's kind of bad. Speaking of not screwed in, was the case just comes off like that, and this is the drive cage. So you have, that's where the CD drive was here, and then you could put a hard drive here if you wanted to, or I guess you could just boot it off a USB stick, which is what I might do for this, since I have plenty of those. You have what looks to be a pretty good computer for what you got. So you have Core 2 quad processor, quad core, with Intel stock heatsink, and your power supply is 80 plus certified in a very big logo. It's not any specific variation of 80 plus, but it's an 80 plus Antec power supply, and it does work. I've powered this on. You can't do very much with it since it doesn't have a hard drive. I just kind of mess around the BIOS and then turn it off until I get some more parts for it. This computer actually might be a good Monero miner if you want to mine cryptocurrency. If you just you could put a pretty beefy graphics card in this port right here. It has a PCI 16X port, and you could put it right there. You could also mine off the CPU. It's there. This power supply, I don't know if it's very good. It's 350 watts, but it could probably handle maybe what is it? The 1050 Ti, which is what I would put in it. It's basic media center PC. It could probably handle that, or at least this motherboard could. And you have your IDE cables, which is the most modern type of these. When they're trying to make them streamlined a bit, you squish down the cables. They'll still just fan out in a very weird place like this. So, and it's rainbow colored, if that helps. In lieu of a graphics card, we have a fan, which is not plugged in. This is how it came. So, yep, someone was messing with this before they got rid of it. And I don't know why they were messing with it. Seems to work fine. Maybe I'll test it out and I'll realize the SATA is broken or something. But even if it is, I just have cards. I could put it in there and fix it. And that's really the only thing that's not tested. So I'm pretty sure I got a good deal with this. $20 for a computer that's probably worth at least $40. So that's what I bought for now. And